We're coming to you live from the beautiful city of Copenhagen for day 2 of the TotalEnergies BWF World Championships 2023. And we're about to witness a mammoth match in the women's singles between the 16-seed Pusarla v Sindhu, the 2019 champion, and of course Nozomi Okuhara, former world number 1, the 2017 world champion from Japan. That's what's coming up here on court 2. Looking at the women's singles draw, this winner here will take on either one of Ratchanok Intanon or Su Wenqi of Chinese Taipei. But more importantly, in that quarter awaits the world number 1, An Seong, who just booked a place in round 3 by seeing off Go Jin Wei in straight games, 21-12, 21-14. That was on court 1, that match. And it was smooth sailing for the top seed. The match about to take place on court 2 is going to be a very, very interesting one. It's highly anticipated because it's been some time since we've seen these two women play each other. More than 3 years, to be exact. And they've always delivered entertaining matches, Sindhu and Okuhara. So we can't wait to see what's in store for us today. Nozomi Okuhara, who's struggled with injury on and off since the Tokyo Olympics, hasn't really found that form that we saw her in before the Tokyo Games. And she was really quite emotional after her first round win, because it means so much to her to get back on court, back to playing badminton, hopefully get to being back to her best. She said that unlike the other players who started their campaign for Paris some time ago, this tournament has been her starting stop, Okuhara, or her starting line, to quote-unquote her.
Pusarla, you may choose red or black. Black. And Nozomi, go red. It was black. Left side, receive and serve.
Well, we just saw the coin toss, and Sindhu won the toss. She chose sides. Okuhara has chosen to receive in what will be their 18th meeting. This is one of the rivalries in women's singles that will go down in history as one of the greatest. Sindhu, now 28 years of age, from Hyderabad, India, ranked 15th in the world, has gone up to as high as number 2. That was back in October 2017. She's seeded 16th, of course, in this tournament. The last time they played was back in 2020 at All England during the quarterfinals, and it was Okuhara who won that one in 3 games, 12-21, 21-15, 21-13. As you can see, Sindhu's had a bye in the first round as a seeded player. So this is her first outing out on the courts here at the Royal Arena. Before that, they met at the World Championship finals in 2019 in Basel. If you remember that, Sindhu won that fairly easily, 21-7, 21-7. It was one of her strongest showings on court. Okuhara from Nagano, Japan, also 28 years of age, now ranked 36 in the world, and that's mainly due to the injuries and lack of competitive action. She used to be a world number 1. That was in 2019, October. In 2019, in fact, these 3 met 3 times, and Sindhu won twice and Okuhara won once. There is her first round match where she beat Nguyen of Vietnam, 21-15, 21-12 in 40 minutes. Looking pretty comfortable on the court there. the 17 matches they've played, 9 matches have gone to 3 games. Okuhara winning 5, Sindhu winning 4. The more interesting statistic there is off those 4 wins for Sindhu, 3 came from behind. So she has that belief to pull the come from behind wins. We see an all Danish official lineup for this match. Paul Boyberg of Denmark is your umpire. Erik Kurt of Denmark is your service judge. The 2023 win-loss record of Sindhu has not been for fantastic reading, I'm sure, for her fans, 20-18. But in the second round, it's a lot better at 5-2 this year. For Okuhara, it's even worse reading, unfortunately. 1-6 win-loss record in 2023. And she's never really played in the second round so far this year. In fact, the one second round appearance that she had was at the Swiss Open, and that ended up being a walkover for Paiyu Po against Okuhara. She withdrew. So her second round win-loss record this year stands at 0-0.
On my right, Nozomi Okuhara, Japan. And on my left, Pusarla Sindhu, India.
So Nozomi Okuhara and Pusarla Sindhu are ready to restart this rivalry that we've been waiting for quite some time. It will be Sindhu who serves to get this match underway.
One love.
Sindhu opting for the cross-court drop. Okuhara nowhere near it.
Service over.
I think for PV Sindhu, it's got to be about keeping those errors to a minimum. For sure, she certainly has the game and the power to pull off victory here. It's going to be the error count that's going to matter.
Service over.
Really high serve from Okuhara.
2-1.
Makes it very difficult to return when you're staring up into the lights. Can't really see the shuttle.
Service over. 2-all. Three, 2.
That's a good save. That was good work by Sindhu.
Service over. 3-all.
That save there got her out of trouble. And she used the space on the court to her advantage. What time?
Service over.
Sindhu unable to get past the net, but
4,
Okuhara happy
3.
to just keep the rally going, wait for the mistake from her opponent. She has the stamina to see these kind of long rallies through. That's the high serve I was talking about. That's just outside.
Service over.
Of course, every time these two women step out on court, everyone hopes to see that match from 2017, that World Championship final that went on for nearly 2 hours. And Okuhara was the one who prevailed there. The most entertaining matches in badminton ever. That's landed out as well.
Service over. 5-4.
PV Sindhu, this is her 8th World Championships appearance. And it's her record that has been nothing short of amazing here in this tournament. Medaled on 5 occasions of those 8 appearances.
Service over.
Won the gold, of course, in 2019, won the silver in 2017, 2018, and the bronze in 2013, 2015. The other 2 times, she exited at the quarterfinal stage, so that's a bit of a jinx for Sindhu, if at all. In 2015, she exited to Sung Ji-hyun in the quarterfinals in 3 games, and then, of course, in 2021 to Tai Tzu-ying in 2 games.
Service over.
Last year, she did not play.
6.
She withdrew after suffering a stress fracture on the left foot, PV Sindhu. That she suffered that injury during the Commonwealth Games and then withdrew out of the World Championships. So both these women are coming into these tournaments having suffered some injuries, had some troubles, looking to prove a point. It's landed out. She's going to challenge it.
Pusarla v. Sindhu. Challenge called out.
It looked like it went just out of the lines. Well, it was a good challenge. It's landed in. Right on the line, in fact. Confident challenge from Sindhu.
Okay.
And she made the right decision.
Service over. Change. Pusarla. On top, please. New service. Six all. Play.
That's a nice shot. Going down the line. Okuhara, who's not a very tall player, has to really be full stretch to get that kind of length on her forehand. Brilliant save. Again, good recovery skills from Okuhara here. Forces the error from Sindhu as a result.
8-6.
And that was all about Okuhara's defensive work. Made the save there really well, gets it over the net. She's back in her position, mid-court, to continue the rally. And then it's Sindhu with the error.
And
this is a good little spell that Okuhara has created. 3 points in a row to open up a gap and worry Sindhu a little bit.
Service over.
She almost had her, didn't she? Okuhara
7-9.
makes the mistake instead. Must be, of course, going through nerves. It's a big match, big occasion on the biggest stage of badminton. Hold in. Right on the line.
8-9.
Okuhara making her 5th World Championships appearance. That was a really high lift from Okuhara. The net proved easy for Sindhu to put away.
Pusarla.
Hafiz Hashim,
No.
Sindhu's coach. She's gotten him on board these last couple of months. Yet to see what the impact the Malaysian has had on Sindhu and her game. It's too early to say
Service
yet.
over.
Yeah, she's frustrated with that shot.
10-9.
And so it's Okuhara who has the lead at the break. High serve proving effective on that final point. Sindhu not really being able to play it back effectively. And it's 11-9 to the Japanese as a result.
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds.
So at 11-9, we're ready to resume this first game.
Service over. 10-11.
Yell from Sindhu. Not riding for her as well in this match. Struggled this year, Sindhu.
Service over.
The last tournament was the Australian Open, lost in the quarterfinals to Bae Jung.
12.
Straight
10.
games. His best finish was at the Spain Masters earlier this year, where she lost in the final to Gregoria Tunjung. Also in straight games. Hasn't won a title since the Singapore Open last year. That's landed wide. She's got to keep the pressure up here, Sindhu.
11-12.
Cover the court well. Try to force Okuhara to go for the lines.
Service over. 13-11. Change.
That's a good rally. Both women
14-11.
Open up the court, find the space. Sindhu pulling Okuhara back, but this is what Okuhara is so good with, covering the court, finding her way back to position. Fantastic recovery skills when she's playing her best badminton.
Service over. 12-14.
That's landed in. Nicely
Service
played.
over.
Managed to get behind
15,
Sindhu there,
12.
Okuhara. 3-point lead restored. Landed out. Tried to attack at the end there, Okuhara.
16-12.
Played the flat forehand right at Sindhu, who just got out of the way.
No, you cannot challenge when it's... yeah, but it touched me. No.
Some confusion. Sindhu thought it would land it out. Wanted to challenge, but it's too late now. And so the point is Okuhara's.
16-12.
That must have rattled Sindhu a little bit, because Okuhara here has opened up a 5-point lead. Just haven't seen Sindhu really attack and play her natural game yet. Instead, the errors are fully creeping into her game. That's on the line. It's beautifully struck. As you see, Kaori Imabepu, female coach in the Japanese team, sits often with the women's singles.
Service over. 13-19.
Having to constantly react instead of take charge is what we've seen Sindhu do. And it's Okuhara instead who's really come out of the blocks running. 7 game points here.
Service over. 14-20.
Not being able to create any kind of attacking space, Sindhu. Sends the shuttle wide once more. So it's Nozomi Okuhara who takes the first game, 21-14. Minutes played. Sindhu's a game down.
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds.
Back on court, and it's Nozomi Okuhara who has the advantage. The first game, 21-14 against PV Sindhu. She tries to find her way back to her best badminton. Hasn't gotten past
the
second round this year at all, so this will be a big moment for Okuhara if she manages to get through the third round, and that too by beating someone like Sindhu.
Service over.
It's a nice cross-court drop from Sindhu. We saw her do that at the start of the first game as well. I think is missing is the usual sting in Sindhu's attack. She normally hits quite attacking, aggressive forehands, tries and closes out points early. Haven't really seen that from her in this match. Lovely drop shot again. Beautifully struck.
3-love.
Catches Okuhara out of position.
Love.
Suddenly, change in momentum here. Okuhara seeming to have taken off her foot off the pedal. A few mistakes now that we've seen off the Japanese shuttler's racket. Again, struggling to find her lines is Nozomi Okuhara. And it is just the response that Sindhu needs. Looking at that history between these two. And
7-love.
As I mentioned, the 4 times that Sindhu has won the 3-game matches, she's had to come from behind 3 times. So maybe this is another one of those occasions. It's a great save, but leaves her wide open. Okuhara, that full stretch in the front court. 8-love now to Sindhu.
Love.
Oh, Okuhara is lost at the moment. This is proving extremely difficult for the Japanese for some reason. Change of ends has disrupted her completely.
Service over.
Finally, she's on the scoreboard.
1-9.
After a run of 9 points, Nozomi Okuhara gets the break. That's nicely placed. The drop shot that's lands on the line.
Change.
That's what we saw a lot of in the first game. Really accurate placement from Okuhara. Called out.
3.
Or whatever that little lapse was, it seems to have dissipated. Nozomi Okuhara finds her footing once more. It's landed lovely, right between the two lines.
9.
Really nice placement again by Okuhara. And now it's Sindhu's turn to start worrying. Great rally with Okuhara delivering a terrific cross-court drop shot to seal the point.
5-9.
This is what she was doing time and time again really well. Even though Sindhu tried her best to move Okuhara around, create some space. It was Okuhara who slowly started taking control of the points. And it's been her accuracy that has been fantastic to watch. Except for that one.
Service over.
Breathing
10,
space for
5.
Sindhu here. Just needs to hold on to this lead. She goes into the break. Struggling to get the shuttle over, looking for the net roll.
10.
Just generally, her game has not as pacey as before. She seems to be opting to play the slower shots around the head, forehands. Doesn't really go for the steep kill shots as much as she used to. Has been working on her defensive skills, Sindhu. That's called out.
7,
Just wide.
10.
And Okuhara, from love 9 down, has closed this to a 3-point game. I get the sense that as this game progresses, slowly shifting away from Sindhu. That's much more aggressive
8-10.
from the Japanese. Pulls Sindhu forward with the net shot. Then goes cross-court, then straight at Sindhu's body. The errors now back in Sindhu's game. So from a 9-point lead, it's whittled down to just 1. Chance here now for Okuhara to even the score. That's brilliantly hit.
Service over.
Okuhara giving chase,
11-9.
desperate to make the shot.
Interval.
But it is Sindhu who holds on to the lead with a terrific cross-court shot. Keeps it flat, keeps it low, and completely gets Okuhara out of position. So it's 11-9 to Sindhu at the break in this second game.
Call 2, 20 seconds.
出すと
Call 2, 20 seconds.
フォローだけで上げるとき自分の体勢だけでいいから今みたいにちょっとストロークゲームでストロークみたいにあんまちゃんと沈む
Okuhara quickly back on court, ready to get this match underway. And joining me to talk us through this match and the remaining of the evening is Grania Somerville, Australian doubles player. Grania, thanks so much for being here.
Yeah, good to be here. Good to watch some of these matches after finishing my own.
It's landed out. We've been seeing the second game go back and forth a lot. Sindhu with a 9-love lead that gets whittled down to 1 point, but she holds it on to the break. And here we are, Okuhara still sort of giving chase. But she must be ruing seeing that lead disappear.
Yeah. It really kind of looked there for a bit like Sindhu wasn't as comfortable with the drift and leaving some that were in and not being able to find the lines just like that. So I think she's struggling a little bit more with the drift. Okuhara seeming to feel comfortable with it more easily than her right now.
Yeah, Okuhara, of course, having played in the first round. She's an unseeded player. She played the first round match, is more used to the conditions. Sindhu in her first outing.
Yeah, that's definitely a factor.
It's called out again.
She's really going for those lines
12.
as well. She could probably, you know, reel in a little bit and could still get some winners out of it. But she's playing quite high-risk shots, tight nets.
But at the moment, it's Okuhara who's doing all the controlling. She's now leveled the score at 12 all, but it's the fact that she can mix up her shots so well and she is able to draw Sindhu around the court at will almost.
Yeah, she looks really in control of these rallies. She's finding all the corners really well. Sindhu's definitely struggling a little bit.
Fault.
And so Okuhara, for the first time in the second game,
12.
takes the lead. We saw in the first game, after a close first half, she ran away with it in the second half. And here she's at a juncture where she looks likely to do the same. That's a fabulous shot again from Okuhara, the slower drop.
14-12.
Catches Sindhu out of position.
You can see that Sindhu's struggling to get those clears all the way across, a little bit too close to the middle, giving Okuhara more opportunity to get in a good position and really pick wherever she wanted there.
2-point lead. And again, brilliant work by Okuhara. It's now 6 points in a row
15.
And she's
12.
catching Sindhu a lot in the front court, especially.
Yeah, there's push here, and then Sindhu's not able to get it to the back line. Giving Okuhara the kill shot, and then the nice follow-up with a bit of deception there. Yeah, Okuhara's just really able to find the corners here, and Sindhu's struggling. A lot of stuff going to the middle, not getting the right length.
Service over.
One of the things that I was
13,
wondering was
15.
what we saw Sindhu maybe pre-COVID, the kind of attacking game she had. I've just not seen that in this year, especially, I'd say, because she's just not been able to create the same amount of pace and power in her shots.
Yeah, you can see here that she's trying to kind of push fast off the net, but Okuhara's just able to get under it and kind of cut it off and come in with some good attack shots out of it. So I think she's trying to speed it up in her own way, but it's, yeah, Okuhara's making it really hard for her. Yeah, these kind of ones are good for Sindhu, where she can jump out and attack.
This is turning out to be quite the rally. Okuhara being made to put the yards in that rally, but she comes out on top. That is something she's very good at, is, you know, working hard through the point.
Yeah, yeah. Sindhu, I think, faded a little bit towards the end of that rally. And with these this shot that she's playing here, because the shuttle's slower, it is hard, like you need to give it that little bit more, which she didn't here. So you really have to work hard in this hole and with this shuttle, because it's that little bit slower, and that's why the rallies, you know, are going longer, harder to finish.
16, 13.
3-point lead. She's won 7 of the last 8, Okuhara. That's the smash I was waiting for. I think
Service
the
over.
first time in this entire
14,
match that she's
16.
hit such a assured shot, I would say, on the return, that too.
Yeah, she seems a bit fired up now, which she needs to be at this point. She really needs to just believe in her shots. See there, the smash is not exactly on the line, and it's still a winner. So she just needs to reel in those margins a little bit on the sides and with her nets, and just, you know, keep it in, and it can still be a winner like that.
That's Hafiz Hashim, her coach. A fairly new partnership between Hashim and Sindhu.
14, 16.
Malaysian trying to get her back to her best as we approach, of course, the Olympics.
Service over.
And again, Okuhara
17.
targeting
14.
close to Sindhu's body with that forehand. Makes it hard to play back.
Sindhu's really struggling to get it to Okuhara's overhead corner. They're going very into the middle, so she can't really pin her there as much as she'd probably like.
That's called out. And Okuhara's persistence is paying
18,
off. She's just 3 points
14.
away now from a big, big win. What a confidence boost this would be for Nozomi Okuhara, who's only just began her comeback trail. I think struggled with injury so much in the last couple of years.
Yeah, she was really, you know, doing well. Her and Yamaguchi were top of the world for Japan, and she's had such a quiet few years with injury, which has been disappointing for the badminton world. But she looks like she's back with a vengeance, and what a way to get it going here.
And again, the mistakes creeping into Sindhu's game.
19, 14.
all the players on court are just having to be so careful of that right side of the court with the drift taking out so easily. You need to hit it practically 20 centimeters in from the line for it to then land on the line. So again, a lot of these shots going very to the middle. A bit scared to play all the way to the corners with this drift.
The drop shot sets up 6
20.
match point opportunities for Nozomi Okuhara, and a place in round 3 for the 28-year-old. That's called out again, and it is Nozomi Okuhara who sees off Pusarla v Sindhu, the number 16 seed, in straight games, 21-14, 21-14. One can truly say Okuhara is back. She must be thrilled. She finds herself once more in the 3rd round of the World Championships. That final point there, the winning point for Okuhara. And it's off the error of Sindhu once more, who has struggled to find her lines throughout this match, gifting Okuhara that winner, the winning point, I should say. 21-14, 21-14, the final score in 44 minutes. And it's Nozomi Okuhara who's through.
Thank you for supporting me.
She has been very thankful to her supporters for persisting with her, for being patient with her, which was obviously very important to her because she got very emotional after that 1st round win, saying that it's so important for her to be back on court, back playing.
Yeah, I mean, as an athlete, when you're riddled by injury, so much doubt creeps in, so she must be so happy to feel like she's getting back to her top level.
We've got women's doubles coming up next on court 2. Chloe Birch and Lauren Smith of England will take on Singapore's Jinyu Jia and Crystal Wong. Welcome back to the live coverage of the TotalEnergies World Championships 2023. Here on court 2, we're